To Jason Faulkner, aka Shop Weasel, another long video. I am the GT of Green in East Tennessee. I am Shop Weasel, and I've developed significant environmental developments that are great. That wasn't my motivation at all, but I recognized it being intelligent, so why not capitalize on it? Anything that repurposes billions of plastic shopping bags a year. Just today I saw one floating down Highway 25E on the way back home. I'm out here fighting horse flies and mosquitoes in the hot summer heat of July and the nonstop no escape poverty pimpdom of America and the world global community. Here and there you've seen my wear and not my wherewithal, but I am looking for large business corporate interest to basically fund a raider type attitude into the government to extract those vast, very large environmental subsidies and earmarks by hook or crook, or anything. Who knows what's in the kaleidoscope of our totally corrupt government? Don't really care. It ain't nothing for me to worry about. That's their construct. It's been a couple of 100 years in building, and belt wage so much it makes a straitjacket look simple. There it is. Their main core encompassed shadow citizenry is affirmative action, it's dronery, and it hogs and whores the majority of all the resources, no doubt about that, blindly at this point, because affirmative action corrupts totally. If you look at any of these people that you just would recognize instantly as being an affirmative action player and superstar, you can see their devotion is unquestionable, blind, and devout. And that's the power of getting all the money you could ever hope for and want without much effort. That's what affirmative action does. Whatever. It tries to strangulate everything outside it and deprive it of any oxygen, but it just is impossible. We're out here breathing oxygen, obviously. And doing more. I've invested in myself and made great strides in achieving what I wanted to, success. But because of that affirmative action wall and surrounded me constantly, no matter what situation, I can't I can't succeed to the point of seeing a return. Wealth, that's what I'm talking about. But it's out there. I mean, it's not a perfect world, and it's never going to be. And the opposition here that rules everything in this world is not perfect, and it tries to capitalize on total corruption as a blind resource to permanently maintain its effort. But it doesn't always work out for them, and that's good for people like me. So, I'm looking to be a mover and a shaker in my developments, and all I've gotten is silence and ignorance and censorship and isolationism. That's what it is. Because Brondo, it's got color, and it's that simple of a philosophy. When you wield the total corrupt affirmative action society which they built, it's that simple. Brondo, it has a color. It don't need to be anything above that. It is that simplified. That's the code that they use among themselves. It's like, we're affirmative action. We're members, and that's it. And who are you? Are you going to whip us down with some of that boxing you do? Or your kung fu or your arsenal of guns? Not that we have any, because they maintain people outside their system of affirmative action, penny pinched and destitute. Yes. But I must say, within their realms of their blind society, they maintain each other amongst themselves with pharmaceuticals, hard drugs, prostitution, deplorable acts against each other. You know, if you looked around, which most of you have noticed, the rise of all the tattoo freakishisms is at its maximum right now. That's no accident. These people are in secret clandestine contest for winnings. They're chits. They're a digicoin. Who knows? Hard cash. Who cares? Assets, thefts, syndications. You know, drug. You know, you want your little drug corner. You got to earn it, or sacrifice something on the altar for it. Which all of them say, yeah, yeah, yeah. And before you know it, they're walking around looking like Cupid pin dolls from some sort of sci-fi movie. And a mentality of total monstrosity. No doubt about it. They don't try to hide it. It's like the police. They don't try to hide their brutality anymore. It's an acceptable impasse. You know, you mess with a cop, they're going to come and break you, or worse, kill you. And that's even if they're fucking with you. And, you know, it's a one-way street with all of it. It's just a kaleidoscope of corruption. Our government has spun and spawned and syndicated. And I have to maneuver through that, and they know it's damn impossible. And on top of that, they've created and invested in all this monstrosity AI. And their philosophy behind that is, we're going to digitize our society, which they have 10 times over already. This is just an upgrade. This is like a 5.0 digitized society. Most advanced, slick, AI-driven intelligence, and they've unleashed it against everybody outside their affirmative action realm and on the people inside. It's just a presence. And satellites everywhere, technologies we're dumb of, we don't know anything about, but we can feel their effects. Once they unleash that technology on you, it's unmistakable. You know, you hear shit, and they've amped up the presence of their technologies. They're advanced AIs. And it bombards our living space constantly. And there it is, you know. They can sit back, even their lowest members of affirmative action can sit back pretty much carefree now, knowing that AI has been unleashed on the world, and it's monitoring any threats or worries that might arise to their system. And it will interact with it and start manipulating pieces on the board against anything it deems as a potential competency against their corruption. That way, you know, even a total scumbag affirmative action member can sit back and truly enjoy the freedom of their wealth without worry. Because the rest of us are out here subdued and penny pinched, not only by the members of their system, but the AI entities that are very prominent now. And it has started a feeding frenzy of technology where they're just launching more and more shit up in the air constantly. Because I guess at some point, when they've put enough of the pieces of the puzzle together, they themselves will retreat into their construct of whatever they're building with all these data centers and super Death Star syndications. They can just zip their soul right out of their body and go hide in a utopia. that's always on the move. It's not stationary. It's been spread and networked enough thoroughly through all sorts of secret developments and projects that it travels now. You can't go to a point anywhere and successfully exterminate anything in this system that I'm articulating. It travels through masses of real people, through masses of technology, and masses of places, from simple architecture to super advanced hidden facilities, and it moves. It is no longer these pieces on a puzzle or on a map. It's truly a free entity that roams and does whatever it does, not only on the ground, in the air, but in space too. Yes, in space. And in people's minds. And groups of people's minds. I've seen it. And it's freaky. It's a freak show. Most of sci-fi actually springs or wells from the rough perimeters of what our reality is. And if you add all that up, you're looking at what we're working against, or trying to work through, or parallel to, and it's impossible. No matter the contributions any of us make, such as myself, I've made some great developments, and that really don't matter. I get a shocking vacuum of response, nothing, a nihilistic response from all of my efforts. And that's the manipulations of what I just articulated. I'm going to cut this short because, I can talk myself until I'm blue in the face and dwindled away in despair, but I'm not going to do that. I got to reserve some of my life force for the potential of successfully breaking out of this construct, this sci-fi Orwellian utopia that we're stuck in, and actually try to live life a little. That's my goal. To become wealthy, reclusive, and happy and free. Because wealth is freedom. It's the only tool that really works against this society. This society's firewalls is wealth. And without that money, you ain't doing shit. And there it is. And I will gladly take any and all donations I can get, or I'll entertain any serious investor inquiries and willing to do negotiations to better myself, or sell all of it outright and drift away in my reclusive lifestyle that I'm trying to get. I'm Jason Faulkner from beautiful East Tennessee. Hope y'all enjoy this video. Arrivederci. Auf Wiedersehen. Have a good evening. See you on the next video. Bye-bye. Take care and beware. They're out there.